In a day and age where information is spread in a nanosecond,
we are setting out to discover the uniqueness of our guests through the lost art of conversation,
140-degree temperatures, and robes.
This episode of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff is sponsored by JNH Lifestyles.
Take advantage of one of their home infrared saunas and experience the many benefits that thousands of people across the United States are praising.
Regular sessions in an infrared sauna will aid you in almost all areas of your life.
Start your joyful, natural, and healthy lifestyle today with JNH Lifestyles.
We hit the sauna with lifestyle bloggers Lindsey and Tish.
Known for their different approaches to being a mom, a wife, and how to juggle sharing their raw and vulnerable moments on the internet.
Tackling things like whether or not moms should have a career, or how they limit or cultivate their dreams. I'm Dex.
And I'm Steve-O. And this is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. But really, you have this pretty incredible blog / now podcast, and what made you decide, like, you know what I want to do? Share my entire life with people. It's like vulnerable,
it's very
right?
honest. Yeah. Well, I've just always been Tish is my sister, so she knows me probably through and through. But I've just always been a very honest person. I don't have secrets. I'm a glass house, and so
in a glass house.
In a glass house.
Yeah.
So I just started writing, and I've always wanted to write. I studied journalism, and when I became a Christian, I really just wanted to kind of use that gift because I shied away from it for a really long time. And so I've always wanted to write a book, but I've realized I needed to kind of start a little bit smaller and build my way up. Okay. So I started sharing, and it helped. So yeah, and that was it. I kind of just jumped into it, and I received a response of, a lot of people who just said, I wish that this would be talked about more. Yeah. Because it's just real and it's real life, and I just want to hear more about it. So I just kept sharing.
This is literally why we're doing Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, because we joke about getting people in saunas, but the truth is we call it Don't Sweat the Small Stuff because we want to move past all the small things that everybody in conversation these days, they don't really want to go deep, and it's hard to be vulnerable for most of us.
It's not super comfortable.
Right.
The hardest part, and I've shared this with her, the hardest part for me is when I see people in real life, and because I'm behind a screen, and then even with the podcast now, I'm just behind a recording, and so when I go to Starbucks or when I go to the store or whatever, and somebody comes up and says, I actually shut down completely, and I've had to apologize to people because they'll share their social media. Like, I'm so sorry, I feel so rude, but that's not my comfort zone. I don't know what to say.
Stuck up.
That's my worry. Yeah,
dude, I'm so glad you're sharing this because everybody said you were so stuck up.
I didn't want to say that.
Can't wait to go back and tell all of the other moms I hang out with, ladies, she's so legit.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate
so
it.
Legit.
But I really legit. No, I know. But legitimately, I feel yesterday it happened, and they left, and I was like, I didn't even know how to respond to that because my goal is literally just to write and put it out on the internet and for it to be done. I'm sure you guys with the radio, you talk and it's just who you are, and then you're done and you move forward. But to make it a very personal face-to-face thing is a lot harder for me.
Yeah. Well, because more to you, they're a stranger, but to them, they know so
literally
much
my whole life. Yeah. Which is intimidating.
Gosh.
Sharing your lives with people. I mean, people follow you because they probably relate to your struggles or relate to your lives, or they find you interesting. So what is it?
That was interesting because I asked Lindsey yesterday, I'm like, you come across as really confident. And she's like, no, I think your response to me was, I actually force myself to share because I feel worthless if I'm not working and sharing and doing. And then I'm on the opposite, and I don't think anyone cares what I have to say. So then I don't blog enough because I'm like, do people actually even care what I have to say?
Even though she receives plenty of praise.
And everyone asks me to blog.
I feel like we're the same person.
But I get asked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I get asked all the time, like, will you do this? Will you share this? I want to know this about you. I want to know why you choose to design your house this way, or and then I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, then I'm all inspired to go share. And then I sit down on my laptop. I'm like, they probably really don't care. I'm gonna go do something else.
Wow.
But I'm trying to like figure it out.
I am an achiever, and so I go and I go and I go. And she asked, like, how are you so confident in those things? And I said, it's not even that. It's just that when I'm done with a project, like I just finished my podcast and I literally felt like I couldn't even breathe because I was so stressed out and overwhelmed by it all. And once it was finally out and like did well, I told my husband, okay, we need to start creating webinars. And he was like, you need to calm down, relax, take a step back, and just allow yourself to breathe. And so I think we balance one another so well in that, like, I see her just pursuing this successful business and her social media following. And I mean, it's just kind of a small niche in Albuquerque, honestly. So it's cool to have like somebody so close to you who can relate to the struggles, because they're very real, like insecurities and stuff that come
putting yourself
with
out there
being
to like thousands of people.
You guys know, being public. So. But I just think that we really like encourage one another in that way. Like she keeps me kind of calmed down a little bit and like focused, and I help her like amp her up a little bit.
I want to know what you guys think about this, because I had a conversation with a friend the other day about he has a stay-at-home mom, his wife is stay-at-home mom.
He has a stay-at-home mom. What, did he buy her on the internet?
Like,
wow. We're with moms, bro. You can't say he has a stay-at-home mom.
I got her.
Wow, I am so sorry.
You guys know a stay-at-home mom?
Hey, I kind of love it because it's like a prize, right? Like a trophy.
We're like prizes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, he won her at the state fair. She's amazing,
and she does all the housework.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
That's gonna cause you a little trouble.
Yeah, good luck with that one later.
Try that again.
All right. I was just talking to my friend who
he has a wife who's a stay-at-home mom.
She's a wife. All right.
She's a wife too. Okay. Glad we're clarifying.
You rethinking those sweats now, man?
Dude, I'm like the hottest.
This is the first time. This is the first time the heat's gotten to Dex.
Really?
The very first time, and I'm over here like, yes. We're good.
I'm not suffering yet.
What was your
What were you gonna tell us? Tell us your story.
Tish cares, man. She
I
got
really
very
want to know
serious.
what you had to say now.
So,
what do you guys think about this? I have a friend who has a friend who has a stay-at-home mom wife.
All right. We'll never get to my question.
No,
ever.
we're listening.
All right.
Okay, zipping.
So, what do you think about that? Okay, you have the woman at home. Okay, she's with the kids. Maybe the husband's working full time. Okay, outside the house. The woman, the mom at home is struggling with the fact that, like, gosh, I know my purpose right now is to be with the kids, but I really feel like I need a purpose outside. Like maybe I have this purpose where I need to go out and like do something. Maybe start a business or work full time, but I have kids at home. I see a lot of women, they sacrifice that. And I think I kind of have a hard time with that, you know, because I see the amazing sacrifice that they have for their kids, because they don't want to just put them in daycare, right? But at the same time, I feel like they're kind of missing out on that purpose that God created them for, you know? And
what if that was their purpose?
I mean, it could be, but I also see women struggling and even getting like, over a period of time, they might start to resent the kids and the husband. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean, as a mom of almost 10 years, I actually started photography right after I had the twins, which was crazy to think, wait, you're starting a business after you had kids? And I think forever, for some reason, I've just never caught up in the feeling of like, I'm like, why can't I own a business or work and be a mom? Like, why does I get their sacrifice that we have, like, and I'm all about that, but I also think we've been created for other things.
Right.
And I think it's value to my kids to see, like, oh, you can pursue your dreams and have kids. Like, mom works really hard, but she's also really present. Yeah. And so, like, I've scheduled my life. It's helpful because all of my kids right now, and not Lindsay's, all of mine are in school.
Right.
So I have all day. So like it looked different when I was in the season of like what Lindsay's kids are in right now.
And yet
maybe Lindsay has a different.
That's weird.
Dang it.
Well, we'll chat about that.
But
Mommy's busy.
yeah,
Pretty much, guys. Pretty much.
But I'm just saying, I actually find it really sad when moms are like, okay, I'm gonna just put all my dreams on hold. I've known moms over the years. I'm like, wait,
and then don't
you want to
anything.
do like, she has talent of like crazy fashion, like opportunity, and it's like, oh no.
Right.
And I get it. Like, and maybe there is a place where it's like, I do need to be present with the kids more, and something crazy is happening with the kids, and you just need to do that. But I love my kids, but I would lose my mind if I did not have now 2 businesses to run.
Right, because 10 years down the road, you look back and you go, okay, I'm so glad I got to spend that time with my kids, and they didn't have to go to daycare. But at the same time, what's my purpose now that they're in
and
high
so many
school
moms
or
do
they graduated?
that.
Like they kind of lose themselves,
After kids go, I've heard all those stories over and over, being like, yeah, my kids are gone now. What do I do with my life? I'm like,
So what are you getting into?
I err on this side of the mom guilt. Like it's a big struggle for me because I never wanted to be a mom actually. Until I met my husband, and then I just realized like I definitely want to create life with you. So when we did, I was always like, my heart was, I'm going to move to New York and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to like pursue my dreams full force. So when I had my first son, Sutton, I really kind of dove into the role of motherhood, but it was probably 3 months after that I started my blog. And it was just that moment of, what is mine? And I think that's what a lot of moms go through, is like, I don't want to lose myself in the process of becoming a mom, and so I'm going to dive into something. Now, for me, I feel like I'm actually taking off January and February, aside from recording for the podcast, because there's been so much of, I'm sorry, I'm just working really quick. Hold on, just give me a second. Go play outside.
God invented the toilet so you could sit on
I'm
your
sorry,
phone.
with 2 boys, I just see little fingers.
which I get.
Yeah.
Like, I've gone through that. So don't get me wrong. Don't have mom guilt. I also am in a season where I've been able to schedule my life in a way that my evenings during the week are literally my kids, because I just got to work all day. And then if I do
they've been in school, and so you're not, I mean, they are doing something.
My mom role has kind of been on hold all day.
Right.
And so, like, but then I will work after they go to bed.
Yeah.
Like, again. So
I think it's okay for people to pursue, like, I do think that I know many moms whose their calling is to be a mom and to go all in, and
they are like a different kind of mom.
They're a different breed. They are. It's wonderful.
There's like a different, like, they have arts and crafts and projects and things, and I'm like, what is a project? I don't even know what we're doing right now.
But I think it's important to follow that, like, that calling, to follow that conviction. So for me, I just started realizing, like, I feel overwhelmed by this. I want to pursue things, and I do wish the conversation would be different about women being able to pursue those things. Yeah. And so I think that it's important to listen to that, to do what's best for your family, but not to hinder yourself and allow yourself to not run after that just because it's hard, because it's going to be hard. Like, this has not been easy for us to balance those two things. I mean, there's no such thing as balance, truly. It's just diving in and just running after it. And for me, I'm like, I'm just ready to go and just do it all. And the same thing, like, allow my kids to see that you can just pursue any dream that you could ever want. And
well, we keep talking balance in so many of the conversations, and I think within all of it, even like the way you guys do things, there's balance. Like,
because I know moms that were like, you haven't got homework done, you're going to sit here and do homework until they're in tears. And when my kids are in tears, I'm like, go to the park. Like, we are done tonight. Like, I don't even care. Yeah. And some people would think the extreme mom who's like, no, we're going to get this done, would probably think I'm a bad mom because I'm like the one.
Huh? Is that who you're talking about? You're like,
no, I didn't say it's her. No, I'm just saying.
It is. But it's all individualized, and it's all God's grace. I think is for me is like, I'm never going to perfect this. She's never going to perfect this. Right. We just have to keep striving and seeking Him and what His purpose is for us, and then just move forward in that and allow it to be.
I do love my kids, but I really do.
We know
love
you love your
working.
kids. Here's the thing. That's
I'm
the
just
disclaimer.
saying, I just really want everyone to know, like,
no.
I love my kids and I will do anything for them, but I literally love and thrive off of like my creativity of work.
Well, I think it can kind of kill you, like the idea that you have to just be in this little box. I think, unfortunately, with a lot of labels, the mom label, it's like, this is a mom, and it's
So
like,
this is it.
I was raised by a single mom who
Right.
didn't have the luxury
Right.
of being home ever because she was trying to raise 3 kids by herself
Right,
because
right.
my dad died when I was young.
Right.
So it's like, what's she gonna do? She can't just stay home with us and
Right.
hope that it
But
all
yeah,
works
she's still
out.
judged by the moms like, how are you working?
Yes.
But that's
And
what I
so-
think is unfair,
Right,
is
it's
the
unfair.
disclaimer that you feel, not that you, but
No,
that
yeah.
moms feel the need to say, I love my children, but I still want to have a job. Like,
Right, that
no
sucks.
dad should have to say, I love my, has to say, I
They
love
don't
my
even have to
children, but I
say.
have to
Yeah.
work to provide for my home. That shouldn't have to be on the table.
Right.
We should just have the liberty to choose, as long as we are loving our family and placing them as a ministry, then, I mean, we're doing the best that we can do.
Well, I know you two are beautiful singers.
Oh, I just
my
realized we're
gosh.
up to the end already.
Sorry,
wow,
guys,
that was
it
the
is
fastest.
not
That was
happening.
fast.
You guys get to
Clearly,
sing
you're
the theme
fans
song.
of the show,
Oh
so
my
you know we
gosh.
end every episode with the "Don't Sweat the Small Stuff" theme song,
Yeah.
and it's usually the person to my right that starts. No joke.
Okay,
So,
but I don't
ready?
know the song.
Wait,
Well, I mean,
just you know it. Just sing
you
it.
go.
Oh my God.
Starts in the.
Oh my
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You know it.
You hit my nerve, you guys. I
Look,
go.
she's freaking out. She's panicked.
You
So
got
we can't open the door
Yeah.
until we sing
can't
the theme
leave
song.
until you.
That's part of it. It's
you
like,
start
you
to
know,
sing.
yeah.
Now I'm really sweating.
Yeah. So,
Okay, you go first.
oh, me go first.
No,
okay.
no, it's not
That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Okay.
Tish, also,
We don't
Tish,
even have
you
a
wanna-
song?
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
you guys
it's the
need to
Don't Sweat the
sing
Small
the
Stuff
song.
theme
We're
song.
making it
Duh.
up.
This is like the worst.
Yes.
No, see,
we've
like,
never
This
had
is,
this.
we've never had this. We've never come up against this.
We might die.
Mom bloggers, am I
We
right?
might die.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Hashtag.
Listen, guys, look, we're looking at the timer.
Oh my-
Hashtag time's
I don't
up.
even
We
know
gotta
what to
go.
say.
Can we dance?
I mean, yes.
No.
I'm not gonna hinder.
Theme
Instead,
song,
no,
hello.
theme song.
Okay.
Sorry, she
Hey,
looked
sing-
at me with those eyes and was like, "Can we dance?" And I'm like, "Sure."
Phil came in,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
Sing it to me.
No, what? No, I'm not. Look, I know that I'm like
I'm
hallucinating because of the heat, but I'm not that stupid.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
I don't
Don't-
even have it.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Keep going.
Don't
Don't sweat the small stuff. That's the answer. It's close. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Wow, that was the worst.
It was literally the worst one. Worst one we've ever had.
Hey, thanks for watching DSTSS.
What?
What's that stand for?
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Make sure you guys subscribe and check out all of the other sweet videos that we put together for you guys every week. They're pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, they are pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, big shout out to JNH Lifestyles for this sweet sauna. And if you'd like to get your own sauna, click the link. You're going to get a discount code for anything you purchase from them.
Just put in DSTSS. That's DSTSS.
Don't sweat the small stuff. That's right. And speaking of don't sweat the small stuff, if you're jonesing for more, here's a sneak peek at next week's episode. I mean, that wasn't the beginning of your acting world, though. I was looking on the internet, you know, where you find everything you want to know about a human being.
Yeah, he's just cleaning his nails
You
with
know,
a box cutter.
Oh, how does
No
that
big-
make you feel? How
no big deal.
Do you get nervous around box cutters or?
Sorry about that. I had something stuck in my
I'm just gonna keep my
No.
hand right
All
here.
right, no, I don't want to use it.
No, but fans sometimes they'll come up and be like,
Whoa.
"Can I get a photo?"
Oh my gosh,
No
seriously?
way.
With like the
I
blade out and
didn't
everything?
Oh my god.